hadith, Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi was one of the great Imam of fiqh and a jurist. Everyone knows him. He was born in 80 after migration of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he died in 150 after migration of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Of the four Imam of fiqh, he was the oldest and the senior. And next comes Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayhi, then comes Imam al-Shafi'i rahmatullahi alayhi, then comes Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi. Just want to share one sentence of his. He says, "Ma bakhiltu fil ifada wa mastankaftu fit ta'allum." He says, whenever an opportunity came to me where I can benefit someone from the knowledge given to me, I never stayed back. I always was frontline sharing the knowledge Allah has given to me. وَمَسْتَنْكَفْتُ فِي التَّعَلُّمِ. Same time being greatest jurist, he says I was never shy and I was never back when an opportunity comes to learn something new. And he was always frontliner to learn new things. Therefore we should always try and imitate and follow the footsteps of our pious predecessors, that we listen, we learn, and we always try to be a student of knowledge. Sayyidina Abu Darda radiyallahu anhu, a great sahabi of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, "Kun aliman aw muta'alliman aw mustami'an." He says, if you can do, strive and struggle and be alim, because alim has a high rank. And if you cannot do so, then at least become a student of knowledge. And if you cannot even become a student of knowledge, then kun mustami'an. Listen when alim and a student is discussing the ilm, then just listen attentively. And if you even cannot do listening attentively, then love them both, because they are the one reviving the deen of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And give them respect and ikram and ihtiram. وَلَا تَكُنِ الرَّابِعَةَ فَتُهْلَكَ. And don't be amongst the fourth one, which is the person who hates alim and a student of knowledge. If you would do so, you will be destroyed. That's what Abu Darda radiallahu anhu says. So Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, a great giant, he says, I never shy to learn something new in my life. One hadith which I would like to share very quickly. Hadith is very important and people should memorize, and I'm sure many of you know this hadith as well. Reported by Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma, a cousin of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, son of Al-Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib. We know that from the uncles of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, 4 of them, they have seen their nephew becoming prophet. One was Al-Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib, second was Hamza bin Abdul Muttalib, third was Abu Lahab, and fourth was Abu Talib. Of 4 uncles, 2 of them could not get chance to get into the fold of Islam, and 2 accepted Islam. And of those 2 who accepted Islam, Al-Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib and Hamza bin Abdul Muttalib. So Abdullah ibn Abbas was the son of Al-Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib. He was also known as Ra'sul Mufassirin, a greatest commentator of the Quran, and that is because of his khidmah. These days people are serving in the masjid, lots of work is being done in order to arrange for the sa'imin and the fasting people and people coming to the masjid. So khidmah is something very, very important thing. You need to know the value of khidmah and what you are going to get out of it. Because if you please one heart, one soul, and get a dua from that person by serving him, you get everything done. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, he was once at the house of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, being Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his cousin, and his wife was Maymuna radiallahu anha, means Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's wife, and that was Khala of Abdullah ibn Abbas. So because of this close relation, in the house of Khala one can stay, and he was young child at that time, about 10 years old. So he was there observing Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his beautiful akhlaq in the confine of his home. So he noticed and observed that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam woke up in the morning, and he obviously was going to relieve himself. So when he was coming back, his young boy thought that surely he would need a water for the wuzu. So before someone asks, khidmah is something to give raha and comfort to next person. That's what the khidmah is. It's not that you put difficulty on the people whom you are serving. That's not the objective of khidmah. So Abdullah ibn Abbas, he thought that he would need surely water. So before even he asked me water or asked someone water, let me make it possible for him. So he prepared the water and he put it in a way that he would not need to ask anybody. He found it water right in front of him. He was so pleased and he asked, who did this? So it was told that this young boy Abdullah ibn Abbas did it. So he was so happy. He raised his hand and he says, Allahumma allimhu al-kitaba wa ta'wil. Allahumma allimhu al-kitaba wa ta'wil. Oh Allah, give this young boy the understanding of the Quran and the interpretation of the Quran. And from this dua he became Ra'sul Mufassirin. Till the day of judgment, any Mufassir would like to comment or want to study tafsir, that person cannot skip the name of Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. I do have one Sudani brother, he came from Sudan and he had one tafsir, which is the tafsir of Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu written in Arabic. So he has given me hadiyah, that copy is